Before this story, I honestly didn't know much about HK except that they advertise their guns with the bullets loaded backwards. They're not a brand I've bought or ever even looked at. Now I've learned that that's probably because they're not for the pores. Now I still don't know a ton about HK except that a woman runs their social media and cannot read the room. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another story of a company that can't shut the hell up. Someone mentioned this casually to me somewhere, can't for the life of me remember where, but it was so casual that I assumed it was a non-story and didn't realize it was so cringy. But a lot of people are still mad about it, so here we are. Of course, it unfolded on Twitter and had nothing to do with guns or the Second Amendment. It started over a beer commercial, because those are going so swimmingly these days. But before I get into all of the details, I need to thank today's sponsors. As always, Blackout Coffee Company is a huge part of what helps this channel run, both in their coffee and their support. They're built on a love for freedom and traditional values, and all of their coffee is small batch roasted in Florida. Check them out at blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. And if you're thinking of a career in the firearms industry, you owe it to yourself and your future clients to get trusted training. Sonoran Desert Institute is distance education accredited and nationally recognized, and online course topics include gunsmithing, ballistics, and more. Advance your career by visiting sdi.edu/liberty-doll. Last week, a famous person that I've never heard of posted a beer commercial for Miller Lite that was super cringe. He compared it to the Dylan Mulvaney controversy and beer companies not learning their lesson over it, even though the ad run is from a pre-Dylan campaign. The commercial is generally awful, complaining that women were the primary beer makers for centuries, and then beer companies just had to barge right in and put them in bikinis to sell it. There's a cute little bit about it being bullshit and then a female farmer composting the bullshit, but in general it's a garbage, eye-roll-worthy ad definitely designed to target the angry feminists and the simps who white knight for them in hopes their virtue signaling will get them laid. Its reception was also generally bad, but as far as I can tell, they at least used real women, so they had that going for them. Anyway, HK's social media gal clearly doesn't know enough about PR to not shoot the company in the foot and decided to insert them into this conversation with a cute little tweet with a bunch of woke emojis. Gun bunnies, no. Beer bunnies, no. Supporting women, 100! Checkmark. Girl, really? This conversation is not about you. The tweet in and of itself, removed from the situation, really not that bad in the grand scheme of things, but it was posted in a thread full of people complaining about feminist bullshit. And are those bikini babes not women? No one forced those models to put on their bathing suits. Pretty sure they made a choice and got paid, and it was a lot more respectable than today's ETHOT OnlyFans girls. The original tweets are gone, except for one where she made fun of High Point's Mother's Day tweet.
To women supporting women.
She could have just stopped there and called it a swing and a miss and not engaged because it was a company social media account, but someone made a sarcastic LOL, feel free to give me your guns if you think this company is too woke now joke, and she went on a little tirade. And this is the tweet that actually got people mad. Wow, woke? Allow me to translate. Objectifying women was never a good marketing strategy. In the firearms industry, that was a prominent strategy up until recently. Many industries have done that, including beer corporations. Never a good marketing strategy? I'm pretty sure that using women to sell stuff is the oldest and most reliable marketing strategy. As an actual woman typing this, I'll use more words for you to comprehend. Using bunnies to sell products is trash marketing. Supporting women by not doing that is good. Ha! Implying your customers are stupid. Also trash marketing. Now to address the rest non-bikini parts of the ad, seems like they should have given sources for the info they're throwing out, and for them to isolate a huge part of their target consumer base makes no sense. And their virtue signaling ad doesn't even make me want to drink their beer, but at least they used actual women for it, presumably. The irony of the person isolating part of their consumer base telling someone else not to isolate their consumer base. Apparently, there was also a lot of back and forth in the comments with her calling men pigs and attacking some of the gun shops and other companies that weighed in, but it's all gone now, so I'm just gleaning this from the comments elsewhere. Also, there was this whole big thing with her being a former bodybuilder doing swimsuit competitions, so irony. I was actually surprised to see a lot of folks on Reddit and ARFCOM agreeing with her. I know gun bunnies are generally frowned upon, and there are lots of female shooters that could be used in marketing instead. Gun bunnies have always kind of made me roll my eyes, but as a straight woman, I'm obviously not the target demographic there. I also can't remember the last time I even saw a gun bunny, and I'm not aware of HK using them, so I'm not really sure why she felt any of it needed to be said except to stroke her own ego. As I've said, all of the tweets have been deleted, and HK posted this to their Twitter and Instagram. They simply said, "The road forward," with a road sign that said HK does not engage in identity politics. A policy was violated and changes were made. We don't know what those changes were, and frankly, I don't care because I'm not one of their customers. Some people are saying the response is classy, others are now calling them heckler and woke. Like I said, I'm not really an HK customer, so I don't really care and will let you decide. What I do think, though, is that companies should focus on selling their products instead of being edgy on social media or having an opinion on everything. I feel like I have said this at least a dozen times on this channel. It's annoying and is stupid and is creating another generation of consumers expecting every product in their lives to have a political opinion. It is feeding directly into the problem and needs to stop. Please, for the love of God, make it stop. That is it for this video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Do you care? Is this changing your opinion? Is there going to be a great HK boycott? As if most of us could afford their stuff anyway. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in and happy shooting.